Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you quickly around the product so you have a good understanding on what each product does, because all of them have a different purpose, but they can be easily mixed. So the first product I'm going to use, and my favorite product, is Miracle. So I'm not emphasizing this enough, or I'm not like over-exaggerating if I say I use this to 90% every time I work on set. For me, Miracle is one of the best products I ever used, just for the reason that I can apply it through the hair if I want every 5 minutes, and I can use the whole bottle in someone's hair and it never gets greasy. The hair absorbs the nutrition of the product, gets a defined definition, but also doesn't get greasy. I can apply it in like big bouncy hair, I can apply it in kind of like sweaty, mollety looks to reapply some product. I can mix it with powder spray, so to kind of reduce the powderness of a powder spray. It really has a versatile effect to me, and it's always kind of like my base product I always use. So the next product that kind of belongs still in the prep area of the session label kit is the serum. And the serum for me is kind of like more heavy duty Miracle product. It does the same thing, but it doesn't, because it is more like oil based rather than cream based and is heavier. So if I want to like really attack frizzy ends and I want them to be really nice and shiny and soft, I will go for the serum product. But then again, if I have like a really quick touch up and I need the hair to be really wet and greasy looking, what I would do is I would get a lot of serum, mix it with the Miracle as a cocktail, and apply it really on wet hair and oversaturate the hair quickly so you get this kind of piecey, wet looking hair. It's a really nice product for me, and I use it especially like for me, I use it especially for touch up just before the models walk out to the runway and the ends need a little bit of more definition. So the next product is the coat, and the coat for me is kind of a versatile shine spray because it does have the function to be anti-frizz. So when there's a lot of humidity on set, and the thing is if you work in a really tight backstage and it's crowded, obviously everything gets really humid really quickly, and then in the corner there's a stylist who steams the clothes. So all the work you do literally goes to shit, and I really like the coat to kind of help me to kind of control the hair in between these moments. And also for me it is as well a finishing hairspray because it does deliver an amazing shine on top of like really nice flat surfaces, but it doesn't over grease the hair again. So I don't really like product that get greasy if it's not meant to do that. One of my favorite products of the whole range next to the Miracle is the Mousse. For me, why I like the Mousse? It's a really fast active application. So basically it's a spray mousse. So you can just give it a little shake and literally apply it with a spray onto the roots, onto the ends. I really hate wasting time. So for me, this product actually does exactly what I need. And the mousse, after applied and dried into the hair, gives you amazing volume. It's not this kind of like wet volume you get from mousse sometimes that gets like greasy sometimes. It really gives you this amazing grip and foundation for after do your back combing or like you really quick updos, because you already have the grip in the hair, so you can actually build up and really quickly. And I do love to mix the mousse with the Miracle as well. So then the thickener, for me, it's kind of like another option to the mousse. It does give you volume, but it's also a layering product. So what I really like about the thickener is you can spray one layer of it into dry hair, dry it in, and you feel the grip. If you need more, you just layer it on top, and it really gives you this kind of like dense and static hair. If you need a lot of grip, if you like, especially like for really big kind of constructions I love the hair to be really solid. So this is for me the perfect product to achieve that. And also I really like to apply it on like kind of like short mollety hair to kind of get a little bit of like density into the hair before I go in and again mix it with the serum or the Miracle. And the last two products is the flexible and the strong hairspray. There are two different hairsprays. So the flexible for me is always a product I use as a working product. can never really use the strong hairspray as a working product. Because for me, a strong hairspray always needs to come last. So if I'm really happy with a look and I want to like make sure it's rock solid, if I have to transport it somewhere and it does need this kind of really solid base, I will go for the strong hairspray. But other than that, if I want to spray the hair a little bit for a bit more control when I do curls, I'm gonna work with a working hairspray, and for me the flexible is that kind of hairspray. Because what you're looking for as a session stylist or like as a hairstylist in general, if you work on set, you wanna have a product that works but doesn't overload the hair, so like there's no point of return, right? You wanna be flexible, and again, I mean the name says it.